Hi guys, I'm Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy and welcome to today's live Starseed Numerology readings and insights. Now, did you know that your date of birth holds the key and the secret to your personality blueprint? Did you? Well, did you? Well, it does. Your date of birth reveals everything about you. It reveals who you truly are at a soul level and what you're here to do. And it can also decipher which star system your soul came in from so that you can kind of get on with the work that you came here to do as a volunteer with amnesia. Now, I work with the Colour Mirrors system, which is a beautiful sequence of 87 different dual coloured oil bottles. And they're a bit like Orosoma, but these are intimately connected with the Galactic Federation of Light. And also, you know, the Ascended Masters and the Archangels, etc., etc. And they are a way of revealing a little bit more about what's going on for you, both consciously and subconsciously. Now, your date of birth carries information about who you truly are across 3 different planes of existence. So mentally, emotionally, and physically as well. And from that, what I can work out is, you know, like what you're actually all about and who you really are. Now, I also tap into, you know, any information that might come through from people that have crossed over during this as well, because numerology is a really fantastic way of being able to develop extrasensory perception. So sometimes, you know, we get information as I go through the this process, you know, to be able to reveal some insights, maybe from people that have crossed over that are there with you in spirit. Okay, so I'm going to start today's session off with a card from my Starseed Oracle deck, and this is going to add in an extra layer of information for you. Okay, excuse me, that was a big sneeze, and I promise you, it's not COVID. All right, so this is the card. Now, it's big picture thinking. So it's actually Pleiadian energy that's coming in for you. Now, it's funny because I've just picked this card on a different channel that I do readings on as well. And the Pleiadians are here to stay this month because we're in a universal month cycle 6, which is Venus energy, which is the heart chakra energy. It's all creative and beautiful, sort of balanced and harmonious energy in relationships. And the Pleiades connects up to the heart because all the Pleiadians are here for, you know, learning love and compassion and self-acceptance and unconditional love and actually the divine feminine energy as well. So this is like this reminds you that you are a visionary. Okay, so you have got all of the powers that you need to be able to create the type of earth that you want to live on. And actually, you know, you have inspired ideas as well. So trust the ideas that come up for you and start putting the balls in motion. All right, because when you do that, it kind of like helps you to manifest all of the things that you want. And actually, pink energy, love and money are on the same vibration. So when you love yourself enough, you find that all of the things that your heart's desires must come to you as well. All right, so it's ironic how it happens like that. So today we're going to be looking at your date of birth, and we're going to be looking at, you know, what influences come up for you across the 3 different planes of existence, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And that is all encoded within the day that you chose to incarnate on the planet. It's fascinating, isn't it? But it's also so incredibly accurate as well. Now, I've been a numerologist now for the past 8 years, I think it's been. And I love this subject because it really tells the truth, you know, whereas a lot of people tell lies, or the psychics, they might not necessarily always get the best information. But numerology is a tool that we can rely on because it is it's kind of numbers are numbers and colors are colors. You can't really diversify from that. And you know, all you have to do is learn to understand the language of light, and when you do, you can get the information that's very, very accurate. So yeah, it all starts with your date of birth. So if you're watching today and you'd like me to do a reading for you, just need to introduce yourself, say hi, you know, I'm Sarah from, you know, Texas or whatever, and leave your date of birth in the comment section. Okay, so just in the chat bar, and I will transfer the information onto what's called a birth chart. Okay, so we'll do it on this grid, and I'll help you to understand exactly what it means. Okay, cool. Fantastic. So a little bit more about the colour mirrors. The colour mirrors is a channeled colour therapy system, and it came through via a lady called Melissa Jolly in South Africa back in 2001. And the information that came through was kind of like just passed through spirit. And within a very short space of time, the first 36 bottles were created. And these are, these beautiful jewel coloured oil bottles that look like this, all different colours of the spectrum. These are the fire starters, these ones, some of them are. And they represent the conscious and subconscious mind. Okay, so the whatever sits in the top fragment of the bottle is the conscious mind, what's going on in the conscious, and what sits underneath is what's going on in your subconscious. Okay, so that's very revealing, because until our two minds are synchronized together, it's like you can't have any hope of being able to create your own reality. So we have to, in color therapy, what we do is we look at aligning the two minds, the conscious and subconscious, so they tell the same story, so that then you can be a conscious creator of your own reality. So hello to Glow Angel, it's nice to see you. I'm doing really well, thank you. And hello to Ram as well, nice to see you watching here today. We've got Donald Cordoso, fantastic, and you're in Maryland. Let's have a look at you to begin with then, Donald. So whereabouts is Maryland in the USA, Donald? So you were born on the second of the second. So you're very sensitive and intuitive, definitely. 1970. Donald. Yeah, because if you think of the one as being masculine and the two as feminine, so anyone who's got like a lot of twos within their birth chart, like within their date of birth, it's very feminine and it's very sensitive as well. So I'll show you what that looks like. So Donald, you're a day number 2 person. So, sometimes you feel second best or not heard. It's the moon energy, and the moon is all about the emotions. Okay. Oh, it's Silver Spring, is it? Oh, April, you did not get a notification. What's going on there? That's crap, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with technology today, though. It's been playing up. I did a live on my Facebook channel earlier on, and apparently my voice had turned into a robot's. It was like it pixelated. Well, one person said that. I don't think it was actually true. So, you're very empathic, so Donald, you might take on other people's emotions a little bit because you are so sensitive. And actually, for you, it depends on what your ruling number is, though. You're a 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you're a ruling number 3. Okay. So you're actually somebody who's better off being second in command, so you, instead of having your own business, you'd be better off being the support to the boss, and actually the day number 2 people, they actually prefer to be in a relationship with someone as well, because it's the 2 people coming together. The 2 is actually the moon energy in the color mirror system, which is this beautiful pale blue over blue bottle here. Can you see that? It's gorgeous, isn't it? So number 2 is the moon. And the moon is very sensitive, and intuitive. And you probably relate to animals or old people, and that type of thing. And it's amplified because you've got 2 of them. Now your day number, your ruling number, which is the biggest influence within your birth chart, is a 3. And the 3 here is Jupiter. So Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, so it wants expansion. So do you. So coral energy is the color of the new Christ ray. Okay, so it's where we get joy and love combined together. So you are somebody who's probably inspired by writing or music, or lyrics, and somebody who is quite sociable when you're living positively, but quite critical when you're living negatively. So you've got a vivid imagination, and your memory is good as well. So you're quite a sensitive starseed, actually. And I feel like for you, the one is, your masculine expression. So you're probably a bit more feminine than you are masculine. Excuse me. And you struggle to communicate how you feel a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So Silver Spring is the city in Maryland. Okay, cool. Sounds nice anyway, doesn't it? Oh, cool. Okay. So Glow Angel says, I do have someone who would love a starseed reading. His name is Brandon, and he's born on the 21st of February, 1980. Yeah, we can have a look at Brandon's for you. And Paul wants a reading as well. Your friend Paul, who's born on the 2nd of the 22nd. Mercury retrograde. I know. Mercury retrograde always is stupid, don't you think? I always find it redonkulous, to be fair. So yeah, there we go. So we can also see that Donald has got what is called here the arrow of frustration, Donald. So it's a negative arrow within the birth chart, and actually it's the lack of the 4, 5, and 6. And what that means for you is that there was difficulties as you were growing up. So, and this could have manifested as your parents separating, or there was issues around you fitting in when you were growing up, or feeling, like you weren't wanted. And then also your relationships as well can sometimes be quite difficult, your adult relationships, when you've got this arrow. So it is a challenge that comes up, and you are very ambitious. You have to learn to sacrifice in one of these 3 areas. So either love, health, or money. So one of those 3 areas is an area of sacrifice for you. So it could be that you love and lose, love and lose, love and keep. And because it's isolated, that pattern will keep on repeating itself, until you've learned the lesson, and then you can kind of move on from that. So remember, if you're watching today and you're loving what you're seeing, please make sure, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell for future notifications so you never miss one of my videos. And make sure you share this video as well. Sharing is caring. Share with the people that you love in your life. Share it on Facebook, share it where you can, and then we can get more people coming in to have readings with us today. There you go. So Suzanne said, I named a cat I found Jupiter. He had a massive swirling spot on his side. Wow. When you say a swirling spot, what do you mean? Does this make sense for you, Donald? Yeah? So yeah, so at the moment, Donald, you are in a personal year cycle 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're in a personal year cycle 9. So Donald, in numerology, we travel in 9-year cycles, and we go through peaks and troughs during that time. So for you're at the end of a cycle, all right, a 9-year cycle. So don't make any major decisions this year. It's best if you hold off making any decisions. Next year, you might be moving house or changing jobs or changing relationships. Okay. So remember that, Donald. Okay. Don't make any major decisions this year. Okay. So remember, the moon is it's a big influence for you. So this is like, sometimes you just feel not heard, or you feel second best. So, just make sure that, that doesn't come up for you, okay? You might need to assert yourself a little bit more sometimes, because, sometimes you could be prone to falling into the role of the martyr, if you don't step into your power, okay? So if you want more information, then the Starseed Numerology reports, which will identify where your soul came in from after it left source consciousness, are only 59 Australian dollars, and you can purchase them through my online shop. Okay, so the link is there. I'll just pop the link in there for you. Okay, so Suzanne says, yeah, he was a Bengal cat with spots. One of his spots was like a giant thumbprint. Wow, it sounds amazing. What an amazing cat. And hiya T Wench, good to see you here again. How are you today? And how's everyone feeling? Is everyone feeling happy? Are you feeling happy? Oh, so happy. I feel happy. I feel happy. Oh, so happy. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Okay, right. So let's have a look now. I'm going to go up to Glow Angel, and we're going to have a look at your friends, Brendan or Brandon. Brandon, 21st of Feb, 1980. Okay, Glow Angel. Now, is Brandon just a friend? Is he just a good friend? Or is he more than just a friend? Is he more than just a friend? Or do you wish he was? Brandon. Okay, so Brendan, if you're watching, or Brandon, then welcome. So you're the 21st of February, 1980. And you're called Brandon. So again, Brandon's another sensitive guy as well. So a lot of very sensitive energies coming in here with the guys here. So he's a day number 3 with a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 19, 20, 2, 23, with a ruling number 5 in a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a 1. Okay, so this is Brandon. He should be very pleased with this, shouldn't he? Belt it, love it. You were super bouncy today, were you? Cool. Oh, he's 2 days older than you, is he? Oh, there you go. So April, I think April and Brandon might have a bit of a twin flame thing going on. So you're just good friends, yeah? He's laughing, is he? Oh, you're there, are you? Go on, make a move on her, Brandon. She's waiting. Make a move. Go on, give her a kiss. We are in Libra, which is all about love and balance and harmony in relationships. So it's a great opportunity to get into a relationship. It's good for lovers. There you go. So Brandon, okay, so Brandon, you are a sensitive guy. Okay, you are probably somebody who loves music, or writing, or lyrics, quite left brain. So the 3, which is your day number, is a secondary sort of personality blueprint for you, and actually that's Jupiter. So Jupiter again comes in, which is coral over coral in the colour mirror system. So you might suffer from like low self-esteem, low self-confidence, like self-worth issues and stuff when living negatively, but you've got a vivid imagination and your memory, and you're quite analytical, and you can be quite critical as well when you're living kind of negatively. So just watch out for that. He's at the edge of his seat, is he? There you go, Brandon. Well, Brandon, also, your ruling 5 is you're the archetypal freedom seeker. So the 5 in numerology is about freedom. So your soul needs to feel free. So you need to travel. You're one of life's travelers. You're better off not getting a regular day job because you don't like anyone telling you what to do. You don't like feeling restricted. 5 is in the color mirror system. Is this beautiful green bottle, and this one's called Mercury. So Mercury is the planet of versatility, communication, and of course it's heart energy as well. So green connects to the heart chakra. So you need to let go of old masks, that are no longer serving you, so that you can stop playing the role of the trickster and really get out and feel free. Okay, so if any part of you still wants to hide, it can make life quite difficult for you. So T-Wench says, don't say those words. TF. What's TF again? I'm not even sure what that is. Maybe I'm just getting old. Okay, so Brandon, what we can also see here is that you have got this arrow here, which is called the arrow of frustration. So it's a bit like the same one that Donald's got, so it's issues for you during childhood. So maybe your mum and dad separated, there was sibling rivalry or ill health, feeling like you didn't fit in, but also this can manifest as issues within your adult relationships as well. You're also somebody who's a bit skeptical, Brandon. So you can be a bit skeptical of any new concepts. And right, twin flame, got it. Until you get your own proof. Once you get your own proof about a new concept, you'll become an avid convert. But up until that point, you remain a bit skeptical. So you're probably somebody. I know. I don't even like the twin flame thing. You know what I mean? The twin flame, the whole notion of twin flame. I think it's a bit outdated, isn't it? It's a bit of an outdated paradigm. So here's, like Brandon, you do like to be in control. You are an independent soul, and you're quite an organized person. I feel like you are intuitive, sensitive. You can, you're quite psychic actually. And I feel like, that you're quite empathic. You might pick up on what other people are feeling. Your verbal communication skills are very strong. You're a very good active listener. You're a good communicator, but where you go wrong sometimes is you just don't understand how you feel, even though you feel things very intensely. All ruling 5 people, the 5 is the heart. It's the center of the emotional plane. So a lot of ruling 5 people feel things very intensely. But I would say, in your case, that sometimes you don't know how you feel, so you can react in a funny way. Oh, I've just put ink all over my trousers. Hopefully it'll wash out. Hmm. That's my second item of clothing I've ruined today as well, because I went to the gym earlier on and I was wearing this black and white hooded sort of top thing, and it was pissing down with rain. And then when I got to the gym and then I looked in the mirror, I could see like all the way up my back was all this like sprayed mud that had come off the tire of my bike all over this white top, and I was like, oh great, ruined. There you go. So you can't really take me anywhere. Okay, so yeah, you're in a personal year cycle 1 as well, Brandon. So the personal year cycle 1 is about fresh new beginnings. So this year for you, you might find that you're changing jobs, changing house, changing relationships. So it's fresh new energy coming in. It's like a fresh new spring rebirth. So take action on your goals and dreams. It's the best year. You won't get another personal year cycle 1 for another 9 years. So so definitely look at doing that. All right. So when we look at the 5 and the 3 energy together, it really is about expansion, freedom, and expansion. This is what your soul yearns for. Okay. I reckon that you should follow follow what your heart tells you to do, as opposed to what your mind is telling you to do, because the 3 is left brain and the 5 is the heart. So if you can learn to integrate those 2 aspects of self, I think you'll find that life will be very smooth for you. Okay, so I'm going to go to, who shall I do next? Is anyone here watching live that has never had a reading or insight with me before? If you are watching live and you'd like me to take a look at your birth chart, then just pop it into the comments section and I'll have a look at that, and I'll bring all of your color influences in there and everything as well. Okay, now remember, if you've had a reading today, like Brandon, if you've enjoyed your reading, leave a few comments and let me know what you thought, and if that made sense for you. And if you want more information, remember that you could order one of my Starseed Oracle readings, my Starseed forecasts, the numerology report, which is a 22-page handcrafted report, which is, it's not computer generated, and that will identify where your soul came in from after it left source consciousness. So whether you came in from Andromeda like me, so I'm an Andromedan starseed, and I found that out actually. It was a few years ago, and in the middle of the night I woke up and I was finding it very difficult to sleep, and I just asked the question, like, where am I from? Like, and what am I here to do? And I just was given the word Andromeda and I didn't know what it meant. Googled it the next day, started learning about it, and it was exactly the work that I do with Dreamtime Academy, which is helping people to rediscover their inner wisdom so that they can live a life of more freedom, joy, and purpose. I help people, with self-love and self-acceptance and self-confidence as well. So the archetypal empath. So did that make sense for him, Glow Angel? There you go. So T-Wedge, I told my brother to get on, but he's hesitant. Why is he hesitant then? What's going on for him? I'll have a look at Paul, shall I, for April Bender. Paul is the 22nd of the 2nd, 1989. Oh, you want to move to Europa? Nice. That would be good, wouldn't it, Suzanne? Yeah. Okay, so this one's for Paul. So Paul, if you're watching, this is for you. So you're the 22nd of the 2nd, 1989. Okay. 1, 2 9s and 8. So what's everybody been up to today then? Have you had a great day so far? Leave a few comments, let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from and what you've been doing as well. Like what's actually been going on for you today? Okay, so Paul is a day number 22, okay, over 4. That's how we do it in Pythagorean numerology. We class him as a 22 over 4. It's a master number, day number, so he's here to guide humanity forward into the new emerging golden age as a sensitive, intuitive, sort of, it's quite practical though, so he will take the action steps he needs to take to be able to, sort of do the work that he came here to do. But again, bottle number 22 in the colour mirrors is this one here, which is deep magenta over magenta. So it's called forgiveness, this one. And so he might need to learn to forgive himself or forgive other people, within his life experience. You're going to build together. Yeah, because it's the master builder number, April, you see. All right, so it's a quarter past midnight and you're super bouncy. You might need to go for a jog around the block, Suzanne. That might be the best option for you. Yeah, just go for a late night run. Okay, so yeah, the ruling number is 9, 10, 18, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 to 33. So he's a 33 over 6 as a ruling number. So that's a master number as well. The 33, the 11, the 22, they're all master numbers. And the 33 is about mastering love. So it reduces down to a 6. So he's quite a creative soul. And actually, he's quite a creative. I would say that he'd be quite a healer, quite creative with his hands. But he's also got a vivid imagination and his memory stimulated. He wants to master love during his life experience. And you've got a soul urge 22 over 4 as well. Interesting. Yeah. He's in a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's in a year cycle 2. So it's great for him to do the inner work this year. All right. So he needs to go in and he needs to meditate and he needs to reflect and he needs to sort of, just kind of like observe what's going on for him internally. Look at his subconscious mind rather than, and it's a good year for him to get into a fresh new partnership as well, if that was going to happen. So if you're planning on setting up this business together this year, it's a good one because for him, partnerships are coming together. He is a humanitarian, he's got a great depth of wisdom. He's very independent, organized, and likes to be in control. And look at all those twos, sensitive, quite feminine, intuitive, very much would identify with animals, so good with cats and dogs or old people or even children as well. And then he's only got 1, 1. So the 1 energy is the verbal communication, the masculine. So again, Paul, you might struggle a little bit to communicate how you feel. You probably feel things more intuitively and creatively than you do than you are able to express yourself, okay, verbally. Oh wow, watching from the Bay Area in California on a drive. Beautiful. Good morning, Jesse. Nice to see you. I love those crystals that you got. I'll tell you what, I'll show you mine since you've shown me yours. Okay, so let me show you what I got yesterday. Okay, so these are the crystals that I picked up. So Mark and we went to a crystal farm in Orange Grove yesterday. And so I saw this beautiful piece of red jasper. So it's a very, very deep red color. And it just had my name written all over it. So that is red jasper. I also got this beautiful piece of rose quartz. So it's a nice sort of boulder shaped piece of rose quartz. And I got every lady that's coming onto our retreat next month. We're doing a wellness retreat that's focused around the heart chakra and the crown chakra energies. So I got each of the 8 women that are staying on the retreat with us one of these rose quartz. We're looking at everything, all issues to do with mother and rebirthing and separation. And this one as well, which is a beautiful sort of like a pale turquoise crystal as well. I can't remember what this one's called, but again, I just loved it when I saw it. So I don't know what you guys think of that one. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm not sure. I think that could be like Well, it's not a turquoise. I can't remember anyway. But yeah, I thought you'd be interested in that. Pretty, aren't they, Suzanne? Yeah, I know they're really beautiful. I also got like a selenite. It's like a selenite 90 night light holder. So it's got like 3 circles cut out of it, and you can put your night lights, your tea lights in there. So selenite is from the angelic realm, so it's a beautiful white. It's almost like it's like a um, a, a cyanide. You know, it's like that. It's got that sort of stringy effect running through it. I think it could be amazonite or apatite or apatite, something like that. Anyway, I didn't check the card actually. I don't know. I don't think it's Coca-Cola, Suzanne, or whatever you say. Petuluma. Petaluma. Ah, you can't see too clearly. It's a good guess. It could be It could be Amazonite. Yeah, it's beautiful though, isn't it? I wanted to get the starseed colours, so that's why I went for pale turquoise and pale pink together. You see, so yeah, so I'm quite happy with those. And I got Mark a really beautiful deep turquoise one as well. So it's like a big, like polished, highly polished, deep turquoise one. I can't remember what that one's called either. Oh wow! So Maryland is 1 hour 27 minutes from Delaware. Okay, so you all know that I went to Delaware, don't you? When I was 21, so I worked at Camp Saginaw. Yeah, I feel like I need red jasper, like at the moment. Like I always need red jasper. It helps me keep my feet planted firmly on the ground. So your brother's birthday, T Wench, is the 31st of the 8th, 1998. Okay, let's have a look. What's his name? Jasper is amazing. Ah, interesting. Okay. Hey, Captain Nemo. Nice to see you. His name is Kevin. Okay, so it's the 31st of the 8th, 1998. 2 8s, 2 9s, 2 1s, and 3. So this one's for Kevin. Oh, you like lapis lazuli? That's an ancient Egyptian crystal. That the ancient Egyptians loved lapis lazuli. They used to put it with their gold, you know, in their embodiments and stuff, didn't they? And pyrite. Ooh, lovely. Yeah, time to share this stream. I say definitely share away. Yeah, Cleopatra blue eyeshadow. Okay, so Kevin has a lot of you guys today a lot of the people that I've been reading for today have got this arrow of frustration, which is notoriously a difficult period during childhood. You know, so it's like maybe the mum and dad separated, or the person felt like they didn't fit in, or they have issues in their adult relationship. So it's challenged, that one. His day number is a 4, so he's very practical. He can be a bit of a hermit. He likes active participation in life. He likes the material and aspects, you know. So he'll like to have nice things, a nice car, nice house, plenty of lolly, you know, that sort of thing. A very organized person, very much methodical in his processes, very independent, fiercely independent actually, and loves being in control. So you know that's part of the way he rolls, and also somebody who's very wise, very ambitious, and you know again he's somebody who's quite idealistic as well. So he does tend to look at the world through rose-colored spectacles a little bit. There you go. Oh, lovely. So Ram says, I got a nice lump of pyrite. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay, so we can also see here that Kevin, you have got a 3, which is isolated. So when the 3 is isolated like that, it just means your imagination or your memory is amplified. Yeah, so it can sometimes lead to paranoia or being over analytical about things. And then also, the 2 isolated ones, which is verbal self-expression. So I feel like he struggles again to communicate how he feels. He's a 9, 10, 19, 27, 36, 39, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's a ruling number 3. So, his day number influence is Uranus, which is this beautiful bottle here, which is yellow over deep turquoise. Okay, so this is Uranus, the planet of the future. So he needs to learn to let go of all the people, structures in his life that are no longer serving him. And as a ruling number 3, he'd be somebody who likes the arts, so inspired by music or lyrics, sociable, when he's positive, critical, when he's negative, sometimes suffers from low self-esteem or self-doubt. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah. So a lot of the time, what we find is, within family dynamics, the 2 people within the family can have quite similar charts. When we look at the charts themselves, it's often the characteristics like this arrow, which plays a big part with this person. So, it could have been that, like, the mum and dad separate, and then he becomes very independent. He needs to develop his sensitivity and his intuition a little bit because he's got no 2 energy. So, he needs to develop so the areas that you don't have on your birth chart are the areas you need to develop. Okay, so you've got to do some personal development there. And he loves his music. Yeah. So April says this room is always super synchronistic. It is, isn't it? I used to, yeah, Jesse. So have you had one? Have you? Have you had a psychic attack? I had I had one a while ago. Like a nutty lady came over from Canada in the middle of the night. Yeah, all the way to Australia, and she was knocking on my door in sets of 3, knock, 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 like that, dressed like a White Walker. We had to get the police. She was in Australia for 3 weeks in the end. But I've got a glass front door as well, so you can imagine the fright I got when I came out of my bedroom. And there she was, standing there, like all ghostly and weird. Like she had this weird head shit going on and upside down cross. And she was like just standing there knocking, knock, 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 like that. And she was a client, somebody that I had a chat with for a discovery call for one of my online courses. And I knew straight away when I met her, I was like, oh, nah, I couldn't work with her. She's bonkers. And so I said, look, sorry, there's nothing I can do to help you. And then, of course, the barrage of shitty messages came through Facebook, all this sort of crap. And then eventually, yeah, she rocked up on the doorstep. It was so creepy. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, no, so we do, yeah. So sometimes, when we work within this type of industry, you do, sometimes these random energies can slip in amongst the cracks. So you do have to be very diligent with your energy. You've got to protect yourself really. So what I do is of course, I use like the essence sprays. So I use black dragon, which is this one here, which is beautiful. So you just spray the energies into your aura around you like that, and that protects you. Diamond unicorn is another really good one. It's this one here. It's a diamond unicorn. It's a beautiful one for protection. For space clearing, like the green angel. Green angel's perfect for space clearing. And what else do I use? Melchizedek as well. Melchizedek I find helps to. That's why I've hardly got any of that one left. I've got another order arriving in a few days' time from South Africa. So we order all our products in from Cullumera's headquarters in South Africa. Melchizedek attaches us to the Galactic Federation of Light, to the Ashtar Galactic Command. I think you probably remember that from the course that we did over Lionsgate. Yeah, that's it. The more you raise your vibration, the more you can get affected by other people's energies. Yeah. So just remember that, you know, that you've got to really prioritize your energetic body, because remember, your physical aspect is the smallest part of you. So your energetic body splay out, you know, meters and meters and meters, you know, and the more you activate your Merkaba, you know, which is your star tetrahedron, the torus of energy splays right out. And of course, then if people come into your energy system, like what I know, like when I'm in the gym, for example, what I do is I have to sort of shrink my aura in a bit, because I find that if somebody just walks into my space, you know, like they could be on like the cross trainer next to me, and if they, you know, if they're blowing their nose or they've had a bad day, then I start noticing that my power lessens and I start getting distracted. And so you do have to become very due diligent with that. You know, the other way you can do it is just by imagining yourself surrounded by beautiful violet light. We'll get an amethyst crystal. You know, amethysts are very good as well. Like one of my colour mirrors practitioners bought me this beautiful piece of amethyst after she completed the training of her colour mirrors practitioner course, after like a 6-month training, and she came to the house and she bought me this. And I thought that was really nice, because it's the nicest piece of amethyst that I've got. And amethyst is very good for protection, you know. Yeah. Oh, Kevin was secretly watching, by the way. I think it resonated. Good. There you go. Tell him to come out the closet. Funny. So that's the second time Melchizedek has come up tonight. Yeah. Well, you see, Melchizedek is an ascended master from the first ray, the blue ray. And you know, it's interesting because I've actually just developed a series of colour mirrors bottles to be the ascended masters. So Melchizedek is already one of the essences. So I actually did for my blue over blue bottle El Moya, and I did Lanto, which is the second ray, which is yellow, and also Christ as well. So I've got a beautiful yellow and rose pink bottle, which is for Christ energy, and Christ was Jesus's higher self. I've got Kuan Yin, which is coral and rose pink, and I've got Lady Master Nada, which is a rose pink over rose pink bottle. And these are beautiful. They're very good for, you know, aligning with the energies of the ascended masters, so that you can bring in their energies to help and support you with anything that's going on. Ah, that's sweet, isn't it? A birthday party. Yes, a birthday stream. There you go. So April says, I'm hired in, so that's my family. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Kuan Yin's beautiful. I'll show you what Kuan Yin looks like. And then I've also got Saint Germain as well. So Saint Germain is on the 7th ray of purity and clarification. So this is Kuan Yin. So Kuan Yin is all about unconditional love, the feminine divine energy, self-acceptance. You know, it's all of this. So this one is pale pearl pink over coral. Okay, so that one is Kuan Yin's energy. So if you just tune into that, that's the energy of Kuan Yin, the goddess of the ascended master of mercy and compassion. So if you've just joined and you're interested in looking at your date of birth and the influences that are around that, leave your date of birth in the comments section below, and I can take a look at the next person's reading. You're a newbie to this stuff, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so the archangel colors, we've got Uriel, which is the angel of the North, which is copper. Okay, so that's an essence spray. Archangel Uriel, we've got Archangel Raphael as well, which is green, like a deep emerald green. We've got Gabriel, which is a blue lilac. Michael, which is pale blue. Sandalphon, which is like a beautiful sort of like a rusty gold color. And Sandalphon was Metatron's twin. I'm not going to say twin flame, don't worry. And Metatron, which is magenta. And Yeshua, we've got Yeshua as a golden essence spray. And actually, yeah, I'm bringing in Archangel Zadkiel. This one's going to be Archangel Zadkiel, which is one of the archangels of the violet flame. Okay, and Germain as well, Archangel Germain, the violet flame of purification. Because I'm using those energies at the retreat that we're running next month. This month on the 22nd. Can't believe it's coming up so soon. Yeah, a couple of others as well. So I've got 4 angels from the violet flame stuff as well. Yeah, I often reach out to Archangel Michael as well. So if anybody who's watching, Archangel Michael is fantastic for protection. So always bring in Archangel Michael before you go on a journey. You know, so if you're going in the car, bring in Archangel Michael because he's there for protection. So he will look after you. And it'll be good for you as well, Jess, if you feel like you're under psychic attack sometimes, bring in Michael and he'll put his blue cloak of protection, his sword of truth around you, and it'll stop you from getting, you know, sort of too affected by things. So Jesse says, I have a Kuan Yin Oracle deck. It's amazing. Yeah. I've got a Kuan Yin that I got from a feng shui shop around about 20 years ago. Mark and I have had it since we got together. We ordered it from a feng shui shop in Aylesbury in the UK. And she sits in our lounge in the center of our house. And of course, she emanates the energy of compassion and mercy and love. Yeah, good. Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, the pages aren't working for the courses again, April. Thanks for letting me know. It's funny because they have been dropping out recently. I'll just double check again because yeah, what I found is like my web developer, he keeps fixing it and then it keeps breaking within a couple of days. So I'm not sure what's wrong with it. It's very annoying though. I'll send him a message after this and get him onto it. Oh no, it is working. They are working. Which course did you try and look at? Was it level 1 or level 2 color therapy? Or was it the Starseed Awakening course? Or was it the numerology courses? Was it the level 1, 2, and 3 numerology courses that you couldn't get onto? No, they're all working. They all seem to be working fine. Oh wow, no, they seem fine now. I'll pop a link in there for you and you can check it out. Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? It's very annoying because I've just literally had it all updated with the new pages. So I'll show you. Like, click on this link, and you should see that it's working fine. Yeah. So my birthday's October the 16th. Yeah, we just booked a beautiful holiday for Mark because Mark's 50. So that's my husband. So we're both born on the same day. We're both October the 16th. So we decided for our joint 50th, we're going to go to Tasmania. So we're going to Hobart and Launceston, and we're going to stay. We're going to go up some mountains and go to some bays and stuff like that. Yeah. So we've just booked all of that up for February. So that's going to be amazing. So I'm 49 on October the 16th. So that means I'm older than you, doesn't it? There you go, Jesse. So there's just a few days in it. So you're a Scorpio, yeah? Yeah, no, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, we've got the same birthday. So Mark and I, my husband and I, we've been together for 20 years now. We were both born on October the 16th. Yeah, so that's, you know, why I started getting interested in numerology, because Mark and I, like, even when we were younger, especially more so when we were younger, we used to look very, very similar to each other. And of course, you know, the influences are the same, although he was born in 1971 and I was born in 1972. So there is 1 year between us. That means he's a ruling number 8 and I'm a ruling number 9. So there are plenty of differences which make the relationship interesting. But there's lots of similarities as well. Yeah. So we're both Librans, which is ruled by Venus. We live in a 33 house as well. So house number is 33, which is all about love and magic. So, you know, the energy in our home is it's very rose quartz. You know, it's very loving and very peaceful and very, very Libra, and it's all very aesthetically pleasing everywhere. Scorpio Sun, Pisces ruling, rising, and Capricornian moon. A nice combination there, isn't it? All right, okay, cool. Hi, Willow, how are you going? And how are you going, Shruti Kirti? I don't know if I've pronounced your name right, but welcome to the Dreamtime Healing Room. You're more than welcome to join us here. If you want me to take a look at your date of birth, Willow, or Shruti Kirti, then please leave your date of birth in the comments section. I'll have a look at you next, okay? Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is obviously we are in a universal month 6 because we're in October, which is 10, all right? And then we're in 2021, which is 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5, plus the 10 is 15. Okay, 1 plus 5 is 6, and 6 is Venus. So Venus is this pink energy that's around us. And of course, Libra is ruled by Venus, which means that we've got access to our Pleiadian star families this month in particular, because the Pleiadians are all about love, self-acceptance, and also Kuan Yin energy as well. So really working with your pink energies this month is going to help you. And remember that the opposite of 6, number 6, opposite of creativity is destruction. So if you don't prioritize your own self-care, then what can happen is that you can end up, you know, sort of going into destructive patterns or self-sabotaging victim patterns, and you don't want that. So keep your vibe nice and high. Hey, Pamela, nice to see you. How are you today? And did you get your report okay, Pamela? I think I sent it through to you, didn't I, a few days ago? Yeah, I noticed that you'd been in the woods all week, Jesse. I was like, you're going to end up being like the strange man in the woods. You know, it's like, oh, what's the strange man doing in the woods today? You know, just don't turn into one of those people that buries yourself in leaves and lies down flat and then just jumps out at people. I wouldn't be doing that, Jesse. So Shruti Kirti says, I got Aries Sun, Gemini Moon, and Libra rising. Beautiful. I've got Libra, Libra Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Cancer rising, believe it or not, Cancerian rising. Did you like it, yeah? You love it. Brilliant. I'm really, really pleased. Don't be doing that. So Shruti Kirti, born on 24th of March, 1991. Let's have a look at yours then, yeah? And whereabouts are you watching from today? So the 24th, my pen's running out, 24th of March. In India, beautiful. Which part of India? 1991. Two, three, 4. So you're a day 6, a ruling number 9, 10, 19, 20, 3, 27, 28, 29. Okay, so that's that 29, 11 person here. And then we've got the year 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and a 5. Okay, so that's what your chart looks like, Shruti Kirti, in northern India. Okay. Okay, so the day number 6 is Venus. Okay, so we're talking about all this pink energy, Shruti, and this one is your day number, ironically. So you've got to remember that this, when it's expressed in a positive way, is creativity. So, and the home and the family, and being creative within the home and the family. So you've got a beautiful sense of creativity about you, and the promise of love, creativity, and money. You know, when we love ourselves enough, we find that we attract lots of beautiful material aspects to our lives as well. We can also see you're a ruling number 11, so you're a master number 11, which means you're here to guide humanity forward in a spiritual way. So, you know, the 11 is duality. You know, it's the black and the white, the right and the wrong, the good and the bad. It's your last look at issues of separation. And it's derived from a 29, which is a bottle in the color mirrors system, which is a kind of really beautiful deep magenta over deep turquoise. So like the colors that you find within the Handmaid's Tales, you know, it's like that sort of Goddard, the director Goddard, always only used 3 colors in all of the frames of his videos, and that was adapted by the Handmaid's Tales. And this is a difficult vibration, actually, you know, of like you have come in having chosen, your soul's chosen a very difficult life experience in order for your soul to evolve quickly within this lifetime. So it was chosen by you, but it's the energy of the Olympic spiritual athlete. So you need to attain grace under pressure. Okay, so you've chosen a particularly challenging one. So you've got to make sure that you stay in the creative aspects of your spiritual work rather than falling into the depth of despair and going through the hardships. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. You're somebody who's got an inherent love of order. So we can see here that you've got what's called the arrow of the planner. And the arrow of the planner is like this, the person who likes to have a bit of a tick list, you know, through their day. So they like to know what's coming next. So, you know, change, you know, like when they want to walk the dog after their lunch and then make the bed and, you know, just like ticking things off as you go through. So you love order and processes. You're very intuitive. You know, you've got a nice, beautiful sensitivity about you, and actually you could be quite psychic, very, you know, very sensitive, lots of feminine energy around you, and your imagination is good. And you've also got, you're very ambitious too. So the 2 9s are connected to ambition, and especially when they're isolated like that, it amplifies your ambition. Your wisdom is stimulated as well, so it means that you're very wise and quite idealistic as well. So you know, you can look at the world through rose-colored spectacles a little bit. Merry meets to you as well. Fleischer and Afro mixed root witch. You try saying that when you've had a drink. Yeah, exactly. So there we go. So we can see there that you're in a 5 this year, Shruti. So that means that for you, you want freedom this year. You want to be able to change things up a little bit, have more space than usual. You want to be a bit more versatile and make sure you communicate your heart truths this year as well. So you won't want to be locked down. You know, you want to be able to travel this year. You want to be able to get out, meet new people, different places, and all of that as well. You've got to avoid getting into codependent relationships a little bit as well. So that's one thing I would say to you. It's always been a tough phase in your career, has it? Yeah. Maybe you need to like look at doing something spiritual and creative. I think that would fulfill your soul. What do you actually do, Shruti Kirti? And Willow's getting funny. What are you laughing at, Willow? There you go. So you've got a Discord channel. Brilliant. No, not at all, Willow. Okay, so Willow, Hayden, do you mind giving mine? No, I can do yours as well for you, Willow. No worries. It's Andrea. Okay, Andrea. So Shruti, leave a few comments. Let me know what you thought. Did you identify with what I've just said? Now, remember, if you want more information, I offer a 22-page handcrafted Starseed Numerology report, which will look at your soul origin, so which star constellation your soul came in from, your name chart, your birth chart, your color influences, your peak years of maturity. So it's like a roadmap of your life, which will blow your socks off and your hat. So if you'd like to order one of those, they're on special for only 59 Australian dollars. Okay, and you can get those in the store on my website. Okay, so the store on my website, I'll put a link in there. Actually, I think I put a link further up in the communications chain so that you can get your report there, and I'll send you the link now as well, so you can see how to access it through my secure and safe portal in my online shop as well. Okay, they take about 3 to 5 business days to create because they are handcrafted. They're not computer generated shruti-kurti. So please be patient. I will need your date, time, and place of birth. Okay, so so that's what we need. So there you go. So you've been a healer since 2010, but never had a plan to go this way. But now I've just started working as a therapist. Also, you're a tarot reader. Yeah, you see, that would make perfect sense. Good. I'm really pleased that you're finally following your path. I think that will be very, very good for you. Yeah, definitely, Willow or Andrea. They're amazing. Like, it's something that you can keep with you as a keepsake, and keep on referring back to it, because the information in there is almost like a mirror of your soul, of the truth of who you are and what you're here to do. Wonderful, tea wench. That's wonderful. Just remember to give me 3 to 5 business days to create it. So, they do take a while. And Pamela's like, they're great. I recommend them. I got mine done. Well worth it. Thank you, Hayden. Oh, that's very sweet of you. I'm glad that you like it. Pamela, you're not any relation to Barbara, are you? Barbara Tafe? Because I've been working with a lady on my, it was my 4-week. Oh, no, sorry. It was my, I was mentoring her. She's called Barbara Tafe for her business. So she wanted help with setting up all of the technical side of her business, her healing business. So I offer mentoring to anyone who works as a wellness practitioner that wants to get all the the marketing correct and to formulate a proper strategy, etc., etc. Okay, so Andrea. So is this one for you actually then, Willow, or is it for somebody called Andrea? Or are you called Andrea, but you just go by an alias of Willow? You're 1971. Okay, so Andrea, number 2 person. Okay, so again, this 2 energy is the moon. It's feminine, very feminine and intuitive and sensitive, and that's what you're like. You're very sensitive. So you've got this beautiful, soft, feminine energy about you, but sometimes you feel like you're not being heard, or that you're second best, or you're probably somebody who likes to be second in command, like the PA to the boss, rather than the boss themselves. Okay. Ah. Oh, so it's your sister, is it? Oh, she mentioned. Oh, brilliant. So I had a feeling, when I saw the surname Tafe, because I've never seen that surname before. I was like, oh, I wonder if Pamela is Barbara's sister. I think she's lovely. I think Barbara is such a lovely woman. It was Jessie. Barbara was the name that you picked up the other day. And ironically, that was so funny because there was 2 or 3 Barbaras that I was dealing with on one day, or what, like during the process of 1 week. And it was like, all right, okay. Okay, so yeah, you're very sensitive. The moon, remember, the moon governs our tides, our seasons, our cycles. It affects the water, on the earth as well as within our bodies as well, if you think about it. So, this is an empathic sort of energy. And blue is about, it's Mother Mary, it's kind of like, it's both masculine and feminine, actually. But it's all about protection, and it brings in the essence of Archangel Michael. Your ruling number is 9, 10, 17, 18, 27, 28, 29. You're a 2911 as well. So get that. See that, Jesse? Yeah, the 2911s. Always the way, isn't it? So look, 2911s. And did you notice that two of you came in at the same time? So Shruti Kurti and Andrea or Willow both came in at the same time with this 2911 vibration. So this is bottle 11, okay, in the system. Bottle 11 is called duality. And this is like your last look at issues of separation. So anyone with a ruling 11 is here for a spiritual purpose. So a lot of them go into like tarot card reading, or they go into like psychic work, because it's a master number, and it's a master number that is psychic or intuitive, and especially because you've got like the equivalent of two, like the 11 reduces to a 2, and then you got the 2 there as well. So you are definitely, Willow, somebody who's got that sort of sensitive side. Exactly, and you're a 22/4, so you've got that empathy. That's why you're a very empathic, quite feminine guy, very tuned in, and so you've got that sort of nice, intuitive nature that you've got to harness during your lifetime. So this is the same as Andrea, and Andrea has got that arrow of frustration as well. Look, see this one here, which is difficulties for you during childhood. So it might have been that that you felt like you didn't fit in, or that your mum and dad separated, and this can also mean that you also have challenges because you like relationships. Anyone with all that 2 energy wants to be in a partnership, but you might have difficulties in a relationship, and sometimes you might attract like the narcissist. Yeah, divine masculine. Yeah, so the 4 is definitely quite masculine. There you go, but feminine as well. And also what we could see is like, you've got this 7 here. So the 7 is isolated, which means that there is challenges and difficulties for you, Andrea, with either love, health, or money. Okay, so one of those 3 things you'll have to learn to let go of. You have to sacrifice it. So it could be loving and losing, and that pattern repeating itself, or it could be you make money, lose it, or you get ill, get well, sort of thing. Yeah, you're very ambitious, idealistic, and you're a bit of a humanitarian as well. So you like to be of service, you want to help people, and carry a great sense of responsibility as well. Again, you're a good listener, you're a good talker, but you struggle to know how you feel, and you can be a bit reactive sometimes. So working on opening your heart would be really beneficial for you, instead of shutting down. Because I feel like you probably would have had a lot of knocks along the way, because the 29 is grace under pressure. So your soul has chosen a difficult incarnation for it to swiftly evolve, during this lifetime. So potentially you might have to come back, Yeah, so Jesse's like, my whole life has been full of narcissistic people. And the reason why, empathic people like starseeds like us, we attract narcissistic people is because we want to rescue. It's almost like we feel like we want to rescue, and then the rescuer ends up being the victim because they get abused. So it's almost like the narcissist sees the empath and goes, aha, there's a nice little sensitive soul I can ruin. Do you know what I mean? And that's just kind of what they do. So, it's that whole pattern that keeps on repeating itself. So anyone who's very intuitive, very sensitive as a soul, they are the people that will often attract, the narcissistic personality disorder, because most people have actually got like narcissistic traits. Like I have. I'm a right little, I feel very entitled. It's like I'm a little Lord Fauntleroy. That's what Mark calls me, my husband. He said, God, Hayden, you're just like a little Lord Fauntleroy. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like if we go on holiday, I want to stay in the nicest hotels. I don't want to stay in shitty accommodation. No, I like eating really good food every night. I'd rather not just put a toxic snagger in my mouth. I'd rather have a nice a la carte meal. I mean, not every night, but Exactly. You can't help but helping people. That's exactly it. Now, has anyone got any questions at all for me? Anything that they would like me to answer for them? Is any questions at all? Anything that you want me to answer? Would anyone like a card? I can pull out a card for somebody who wants one and see what information comes up. Pull a card. Oh, Fleischster Kirchenhofenmeister. I'll have a look at yours. I'll pull a card for you actually to begin with. So this one is for you, Fleischster Kirchenhofenmeister, and that's double mission. All right, double mission. And this is that you are a light worker and a starseed. So you're both. How cool is that? And you've got to serve the world by being you. You've got to serve the world by being Hoffenmeister. That's what you've got to do. So hopefully that makes sense for you. You've got a double mission, okay? It's like double trouble, a starseed and a light worker. So figure that one out then. I'll have a look at your date of birth for you now as well. And hello, Natalia. Nice to see you here, Natalia. How are you? Leave your date of birth, lovely. We can have a look at yours as well. So Fleischster Hofmeister says, OMG, what do you mean? So you're the 22nd of the 5th, 1997. And what do I call you? What name shall I call you? Oh, that's wonderful. Thanks, Andrea. So you loved that. Did it make sense for you, yeah? Did it resonate with you? There you go. It's like, oh my God, wow, I knew it. Call me Root Witch. Call you Root Witch. It's funny because in Australia, the word root means have sex. So it's like you're have sex witch. There you go. So maybe you've got a triple mission. Maybe you're a starseed light worker and prostitute. Sorry, I'm only pulling your plonker. Okay, so we got 2, 5, 2 9s, and a 7 and a 1. Okay, so that day number 22 over 4. Of course, you're as sensitive. You notice that 22, which is the double feminine energy. It's the master number. You're here to guide humanity forward into the new emerging golden age. And actually, you've got the practical know-how to be able to make those things work. Okay, good. Saucy. I know exactly. So then we could say the ruling number, which is 9, 10, 19, 26, 26, 31, 33, 35. So you're ruling number 8. So there's a lot of organization around you, Root Witch. Okay, you're very organized, independent. You're very independent. You like to be in control of what you do, and you're quite process driven, quite methodical in your approach. And actually, you recognize that your future needs to be built on solid foundations. So number 8 in the color mirror system, bottle 8, which is his ruling number, is this one here, which is lilac over violet. It's called Saturn. Saturn, old father time. And it carries great organization, and so does the 4. So you're an empathic, but you're also quite a practical person as well. You know, you're quite organized, methodical, quite practical. But you do need to learn to forgive yourself and other people, probably your mum and dad as well. All right. So I'll have a look at yours, Natalia, and Claire Brady as well. If it's not too late, you're the 7th of September, 1966. Wow. There you go. Awesome. So you've got the arrow of determination, Root Witch, as well, which means that, you know, you've got great persistence in your life to be able to achieve your goals and dreams. Like a dog with a bone, you'll see those things through to finality. So you won't start a project and then stop it. And then you've got this beautiful feminine energy. You struggle, even though you know how you feel, you still struggle a little bit to communicate how you're feeling. All right. And there's a great depth of wisdom that's accessible for you. You like to explore the deeper meaning behind life as well and learn through your own experiences. And then you're 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You're in a personal year cycle 5 as well. So again, that freedom, mercurial energy is around you this year. So you need to get out and travel and explore. Like I'm moving into my personal year cycle 5 next year. So from January, but we start feeling the effect of the influence of the number around about our birthday. So because I'm near my birthday now, so it's like, that's why we've ended up booking a trip, so we're going to Tasmania, and then we're going to Malta as well, like later on in the year as well. So it's a year of travel. So your 5 often brings in more opportunities for travel. So exploit it. That's what I say. Exploit it if you can. So there you go, Root Witch. Let me know if that made sense for you, and what plans have you got? So I'm going to go to Natalia next. Natalia, you were born on the 13th of the 5th, 1985. Now, did you know, Natalia, that the 13, your day number, that's a karmic number. So it means that you have to work harder than most other people to achieve the material things that you want in your life. Sucks, hey, honestly. But the 13 is one of those numbers, so it means that in order for you to get the material things that you want, you might have to just be working harder than a lot of other people. So, but it reduces to a 4. So your day number is actually a 4, but we have to note the 13, okay? We can also see that you got the 2 5s, the 8, the 9, the 3, the 5, the 5. There you go. So again, Natalia, you are a day number 4 with a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 9, 23, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. You're a 5. A ruling 5. So Natalia, you feel things very intensely. So you can see that those 5s in the center of your emotional plane, you're a ruling 5 as well. The 5 in the colour mirrors system is represented by this bottle here, which is called Mercury. So it's a green over green bottle. So this is a beautiful one for inspiring freedom, change, versatility. It brings in that fresh new energy. And it's almost like change beckons with this as well. Oh, that's good. So Root Witch says, wow, that was accurate. What pulled my card then that I was a starseed and a light worker was confirmation for me. You definitely are. You certainly are. I would say, probably, the thing that you can do, if you don't know where your soul has come in from, learn where it's come from. And probably the best way is to purchase one of my Starseed Numerology reports, because that will unlock the secrets of your unique personality blueprint by looking at your name chart and your birth chart, and it will tell you where your soul came in from, so which constellation, so you understand your mission and what you're here to do. All right, so they're on special for only 59 Australian dollars. So I highly recommend, if you are a starseed stroke light worker, to start getting that information together as soon as you possibly can, because that will help you to fulfill what you're doing. So it's one of your favorite colors, Natalia, is it? Well, there you go. So I often find as well, because the color green is about space, you see, and that's why a lot of 5s are attracted to green. So you need space around you, so you need to travel. If any part of you wants to hide, it will make life quite difficult. And you've got to let go of old masks that are no longer serving you and stop playing the role of the trickster, okay? Because that won't work for you. Hello to Dawn Holmes. I nearly didn't see you popping in there. Whereabouts in the world are you, Dawn? Where are you, Natalia? And yes, please. And Claire as well. Where are you? Where in the world are you watching us from today, Claire? So you're from Russia, Natalia from Russia. Beautiful. So you are quite an organized person. You're quite independent as well. So you're somebody who likes to be in control in your life. You're very determined as well. So this is a strength within someone's birth chart, a positive arrow of determination. So you have this beautiful, ability to be able to see your projects through to finality. So that's wonderful, really, isn't it? So use it. That's what I say. Are you in New Zealand, Claire? Beautiful. And Dawn, you're in the UK. Oh, wow. So you came here to lose everything. Well, it's interesting that you should say that. Now, you're a day number 4, Now, this is number 4 in the colour mirrors system here. So it's yellow over deep turquoise. And this one's called Uranus. Now, Uranus is the planet of the future. So this one teaches you to let go of old people, places, structures in your life that are no longer serving you, so that you can start paving the way for the new emerging golden age. So a lot of the 4 energy is about letting go. Does that make sense? So that's why you feel like you have to lose things, and that's that karmic number 13 as well. It's like you get things and then you lose them. And it's maybe because they're not really what you're supposed to be doing. You might be here as a traveler, like one of life's travelers, and try and loosen your grip on the material aspects of life. You love Uranus. There you go. So that's you, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Lots of green energy. Again, it's all of that. So I feel like, you're an independent, very feeling person. So you need to have people around you because you're a good communicator. But you need to be able to express how you feel with the people around you. That's very important. Oh, you needed to hear that. Good. And then you're a 9, 10, 18. Sorry, you're 5, 10, 13, 14. You're in a 5 this year as well. So more green energy. Yeah, this year for you, you've got to get out of the box. Don't try and hide away this year. You need to go off traveling. You need to go and explore. You need to go and meet new people, different places. Feel the freedom within your soul. I'd recommend for you bathing in Colour Mirrors Bottle 5. What we do with these vibrational remedies, they're like medicine in a bottle, magic in a bottle. And we pour them into our bath and we allow them to do the removal of the lie that's caught within the cell. So they clear old patterns, stuck beliefs, and trauma, that's caught within the cellular memory. So wonderful. So I'm glad that's helped you. If you want more information, then please feel free to reach out. I will need your date, time, and place of birth and living name, as well as ideally we need the date of birth. We don't necessarily have to have that. So, sorry, the time of birth. If you don't have your time of birth, don't panic, because we work it out based around 12 noon, which won't alter which portals you're able to come through from to be able to incarnate on the planet. So we can still work it out through your astrological influences. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so that's Natalia from Russia. Let's have a look. We're going to have a look next at Claire Brady from New Zealand. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. They became the Brady Bunch. I think they did anyway. So that was the 7th of the 9th. I bet you get that all the time, don't you, Claire? Yeah, all the time. You must get that every day, especially because you're born in the 60s as well. So that must have just been what used to happen every day at school for you. Yes, there you go. So 2 9s, a 1, and a 7. Oh, what am I putting those there for? 2 6s, right? So you are very creative. You're a creative sausage, I would say. A very creative sausage indeed. But you've got the arrow of hypersensitivity. So what that means is you've got a weak soul protection, so you get easily hurt. So the absence of any numbers on your soul plane or your emotional numbers, your 2, 5, and 8, when they're missing, it means that sometimes you can shut down emotionally, yeah, because you want to avoid confrontations and that sort of thing. And sometimes you can put on a bit of a poker face because you don't really want people knowing how you feel. It's that sort of thing, yeah. Your day number 7 is Neptune. So it's the first 7 that we've had today, which is really interesting, isn't it? So this is the 7, which is Neptunian. Neptune is the Roman god of the sea. And this is a person who wants to explore the deeper meaning behind life. So you need to learn through your own experiences, Claire. Okay? So no one can tell you how to live your life. You have to do it your own way, even if it means you fail. And then you get back up, you brush yourself down, and that sort of thing. So this is really about you learning through your own experiences and exploring the subconscious mind. Magic in a bottle. It's exactly that. You don't really understand it until you start working with the colour mirrors, how magical they are and how transformational they are. mean, I've been working with vibrational medicine now for about 20 years, and I've used the Australian bush flowers and I've used crystals and all sorts, but nothing is as transformational and magical as the colour mirrors. They are sensational. You just bathe in them. It bypasses your logical cognitive mind and just goes straight into the body and does the work. So this is the arrow of hypersensitivity. So you need to work with opening your heart. So working with pink energy or green energy would really help you. So you would make a good hypnotherapist or something like that, or a teacher, because you need to learn through your own experiences, then you can share that wisdom with other people. Now your ruling number is a 9, 10, 16, 22, 31, 38, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you're a ruling 11, Claire. So I would say, you know, very intuitive, spiritual number. Remember that it's a master number, the 11. It's duality. It's about you being a light bearer. You know, you bring light to the planet. Don't worry, Dawn, you haven't missed your chance yet. Hello, Julia. Julia Gulia from Arizona. All right, interesting, but recorded on the birth certificate as the 8th of the 1st. So what do you like to go by then, Julia Gulia? I can't believe I've just had to say Julia Gulia. But anyway, no, you're also very creative. Okay, so you're very empathic, and the 11 is the master number. So you're here to guide humanity forward into the new emerging golden age. You're doing this, you've got Atlantean wisdom. So turquoise relates to Atlantis. So I feel like your soul has existed within Atlantis, and you've got nice wisdom to share from there. You're very creative. When you live negatively, though, you can be a bit possessive within the home and family, and you can be a bit like worry. You can worry too much, or you get anxiety. So you have to manage that. You're also very wise, and you know those 2 9s is your humanitarian aspect. So you want to help people. Where you struggle again is communicating. You struggle to communicate how you feel. So you find it difficult because you don't know how you feel. So you need to work on opening up your heart center. All right, Claire, that would help you a lot. And again, you know, in a relationship, you need both people to stand in their light. You know, you can't go into codependent relationships. You need to be in your light, they need to be in theirs, and then the relationship would work really well for you. All right, but you are very sensitive, you see, very creative and sensitive, and there are sacrifices for you in either love, health, or money. Okay. So Claire goes, yes, true. Leave some comments, Claire, and let me know what you thought. Did that make sense for you today? And we'll have a look at you next, Dawn, if you like. So that was Claire Brady. Just some little insights for you there today, Claire. But remember, if you want some more, like what I'll do in the report is I will look at not only your date of birth, but also your name as well. So your name carries a soul urge, which is like your deepest inner soul yearning. So what your soul wanted you to learn during this lifetime, and that's derived from the vowels within your living name. And also your outer expression number as well, which is your masculine or your conscious aspect. Which is how you're perceived by the outside world. So that, you know, when you put the 2 charts side by side, it gives you a much more accurate interpretation of the energies of the personality. Good. I'm glad you're tapping into your creativity right now. Oh, thanks, Julia. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Well, I love what I do, so I love to share it as well. Okay, so Dawn Holmes. Dawn, you're in the UK. Yeah, whereabouts in the UK? And you're the 25th of the 11th, 1962. Wonderful. Are you a northern lass, or are you from the south? You got 2 2s, a 5, a 9, and a 6. Again, another day number 7. Okay, so we didn't have any 7s, and all of a sudden we had 2 people that came in at the same time. Do you remember Natalia and Dawn with this day number 7? Ruling number 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25, 26, 27, and you're a ruling 9. So you're the same as me, Dawn. So you're a healer. You're a teacher like a spiritual teacher who can heal as well. So the 9 is the humanitarian. So you want to be of service. So a lot of 9s go into nursing, or they'll go into childcare, looking after people on some level. Okay, so the 9s aren't great money managers, you know. And you're more suited to celestial work than you are corporate. So your day number influence is the 7, which derives from a 25. So you might have trust issues, but you need to learn through your own experience. You've got Atlantean wisdom that you can share, but your Mars 9 energy, it's the first time we've had a ruling 9 today as well, isn't it? Is this bottle here, which is red over orange. Look at the vibrancy of the fire energy in the 9. And the 9 energy is really the healer, but you've got to make sure that you speak up about how you feel and not suppress it. Because if any part, you know, if you don't speak up about how you feel at the time that it needs to be said and you bottle it up, then you can feel angry and get frustrated, because there's a lot of red anger stuff that goes on within the Mars 9 energy. So the White Cliffs of Dover, beautiful. Ah, yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you. We're really looking forward to going to Tasmania, and particularly Hobart, I think, and Malta as well. Yeah, yeah. I know, it's interesting, isn't it? Well, you see, we're fortunate at the moment because we can travel from Perth to Tasmania. We've got a direct flight there, which is amazing. You know, so fingers and toes crossed that the borders don't start shutting. And we don't know if we're going to get to Malta yet. We're going for a wedding. Um, So we don't know if we're going to get there yet. Depends on if Australia opens its borders. But, you know, that's the thing. Oh, you heal animals, Dawn. Good. You've got great determination in your life as well. And you're very sensitive. Yeah, see, when you've got 2 2s, it's empathy. So a lot of people with lots of 2s in their chart connect with animals or old people or children. I feel for you as well. You can be quite chatty. Yeah. So you've got this, but also you need your periods where you just retreat as well. Did you like that, Dawn? Yeah. We can also work out what year cycle you're in. You're in a 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14. You're in a 5 this year as well. So another person in your 5 personal year cycles. So we travel in 9-year cycles in numerology. We go through peaks and troughs. So you've just come out of a trough year of consolidation. You're in a 5 now. So it's a great year for you to be traveling, you know, going out into the world, exploring, meeting new people, and all of this sort of stuff. There you go. So Jesse's like, I rescue animals. It's a problem. How many animals have you rescued? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think Ireland would be amazing, wouldn't it, Jesse? Oh, Gulia is a nickname. Shomolova. Wow. Julia, I'll have a look at yours next. So Dawn, there you go. So remember, if you want more information, please feel free to reach out. The reports can be obtained through just heading over to the link in the shop. Remember to send me an email with your details on it as well. So once you've bought the report, just send me a quick email, all right? And we can get that sorted for you. They do take, you know, as I said, 3 to 5 business days to create for you. You are very vocal, yeah? Yeah, you see, there's 2 very distinct types of people with 3 1s in their chart. There's the ones that never know when to shut up, like they've got verbal diarrhea, or you get the ones that never say boo to a goose. You have those 2 different types. So Julia, let's have a look. Welcome to anybody who's just joined us. Now, if you have just joined us, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, please, and click the bell for future notifications so you never miss one of my videos. And make sure you like this video as well. That'd be really cool if you can do that. Just like it and share it as well, because sharing is caring. Share it with your Facebook community. Let them know that you're watching a live and they might want to join in as well. Okay. Hey, Ashley. Nice to see ya. So I'll have a look at you, Julia, next. And then Pamela's just asked a question. It's a good question that. What, if anything, can you tell me about souls that have incarnated for the first time? I have a son with autism whose soul has never incarnated here before. He's an Arcturian. Beautiful. Well, it's interesting that you should say that, because a lot of the children that have incarnated right now have come either directly through from source consciousness, or straight through from a different star constellation. They've never been here on the Earth before. So it sounds like your son, is it your son? Yeah, potentially is a rainbow child, that's come straight in. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's interesting that there's all sorts, really. A lot of the time, the indigo generation are trying to resolve karma, so that they can exit the birth death cycle and all of that sort of stuff. And whereabouts are you watching from, Ashley? And you've got an interesting birthday, the 11th of the 11th. It's always good to see. Oh, he's nearly 15, is he? Okay, so it could be a crystal child. Did he incarnate into a dysfunctional family or a functional family? Julia, you're the 31st of July, 1987. So day number 4, a ruling 9, 10, 18, 19, 25, 35, 36. Again, you're a 9 in a year 12, 15, 16, in a year 7. Okay, so these are your numbers. This is what your chart looks like, Julia. Awesome. Yeah, no worries at all, Andrea. Good, big blessings to you. Okay, so dysfunctional family. Yeah, so you haven't heard from his dad in 10 years. So it's interesting because it's almost like he's a mix then, a mix of a rainbow crystal, because a lot of the crystals do have karmic patterns to resolve. So it could be that, he's coming as initially as a crystal, a rainbow coming in as a crystal to learn some stuff before then moving into a rainbow. Oh, that's nice, Ashley. It's like, I love your channel. Thank you for spreading such amazing knowledge. I'm really curious about my starry origins. One day, I hope to buy a full report. Beautiful. Well, I'll give you some insights today, Ashley, after I've had a look at Julia's. So Julia, day number 4. Okay, so that's that practical aspect to your personality. So the 4 is a doing number. It's like a building block. If you think of the 4 being like a square, so it's Uranus energy, Uranus being the planet of the future. So you need to learn to let go of old structures in your life, and sometimes the material aspects or people or beliefs. But you'll have a big connection to the material aspects of life. So you'll like to have nice things, but at the same time as saying that, you're a ruling number 9. So the 9 is the healer. So you're like the counselor, the healer, the person who is a humanitarian. You a very wise being who wants to help people. So you need to help people in a physical way. So either through massage or Reiki or yoga or sort of qigong or dance or whatever it is that you choose. But because you're good with your hands, I would say if you channel your healing abilities through your hands, that would be really useful. This year is a trough year again. You're in a 7, which can be a year of sacrifice. So you might find that if you're not living your purpose, it can be quite a challenging year. But if you are living your purpose, if you're doing your healing work or your practical work, then you'll find that it'll just flow a lot more easily, because the universe only slaps you across the face if you're off track. So just remember that. Yeah, we can see that you've got a suppression of nervous energy, Julia. So you've got the arrow of activity, which is the 7, 8, and 9. That means that your central nervous system is almost quite frenetic. So it's almost like you need to have or surround yourself with relaxing company for you to chill out a little bit. So yeah, you're almost like always wanting to be doing things. You're always here doing this and then doing that over there, and just busy all the time. So you need to slow down and just learn to be a bit more patient. For you, there was difficulties during childhood as well. So maybe your mum and dad separated, or there was issues with sibling rivalry, ill health, or feeling like you didn't fit in. And the arrow of frustration there is also, it can manifest as difficulties in relationships. And you are quite an independent person. I feel like you'll have to sacrifice either love, like you'll have to love and lose, or make money, lose money. So you have to go through these processes of letting go through your life experience. Your imagination is very vivid. You can be a bit critical when you're living negatively. You're a good listener, but you can be reactive as well in emotional situations. You need to open your heart as well. And open your heart to other people. I feel like maybe you do, like you try to run away sometimes, but you focus a lot on other people. Ah, yeah, so it's very unique. He has a syndrome that we don't know the name of yet. Interesting, isn't it? So yeah, wow. Interesting, yeah. So a lot of that generation actually, they came in with either ADHD, ADD, or autism. And it's just a starry gift. It gets misdiagnosed a lot of the time, because we all just assume that people are going to be like us. The 1900s clan. Mind you, is the end of the 900s, isn't it? Okay, so Ashley. Ashley, you're next up. Ashley, you are the 11th of the 11th. What do you think of your birthday, Ashley? Do you like it? Let me know what you think of your birthday. Because you've got 5 wands, which is, quite rare. So for me, I feel like you would struggle to communicate how you feel. Having a day number 11, which is this spiritual aspect of yourself. So, you're here to guide humanity forward into the new emerging golden age. The 11 is duality in the colour mirrors, this beautiful deep magenta over clear bottle. And duality is, it's like Chiron energy. So it's like the wounded healer. So what you can't heal in somebody else, what you can't heal in yourself, you try and heal in somebody else. It's that sort of thing. So you're very psychic, very intuitive, very sensitive, and you find it difficult verbalizing how you feel because you don't know how you feel. So there is a big restriction around the throat. It can affect the thyroid. You are very sensitive, and actually you are ambitious, and you've got a great sense of wisdom because your nine's isolated, but you can be a bit skeptical of any new concepts. You've got the arrow of the inquirer, and you've got the arrow of frustrations, difficulties during childhood. So, mum and dad separating or feeling like you didn't fit in, or issues within your adult relationships. But your biggest influence, your ruling numbers are 10, 19, 21, 23, 25. So you're a ruling number 7, so you'd make a great hypnotherapist or a teacher. A spiritual teacher would be perfect because 7 is Neptune. Neptune is the Roman god of the sea, the king of Atlantis. So that 7-11 combination is your last look at issues of separation, learning through your own experiences, exploring the deeper meaning behind life, looking at the mysteries, illusions, miracles, magic, and faith of life as well. Oh my God, really? So your daughter has got Asperger's, and it was due to vaccines. That's so tragic. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, you just never know what the vaccines are doing, really, do you? Long term, what the long term and short term damage is, really. There you go. Ashley says, "Oh my God, yes, my birthday. It's a blessing for sure. From a young age, I believed in the stars and the universe versus religion." There you go. So they're your lucky numbers, are they? The 7 and the 11. Well, it's Neptune, which is Atlantis, and 11, which is Chiron. So you are a very good healer, definitely. But you've had to overcome a lot of your own troubles as well and challenges within your life experience. You're a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're in a personal year cycle 9, okay, this year, and that's because we travel in 9-year cycles. So try not to make any major decisions until the end of the year. All right. you know, because next year you'll see some fresh new energy coming in. So let the chapter just kind of see itself out. Don't try and, you know, sort of control anything. Just see it all out, and just and next year you'll just feel a lot more energized, you know, to want to get involved with some new projects and stuff. So Julia says, so honored, you made my day. Thank you. It's 100% accurate. Fantastic. Oh, right. Okay. So like many others, it became a problem 32 years ago when they started to cross ambient. The World Health Organization admitted that they had not done the study on crossing adjuvant. I'm not sure. I don't exactly know what that means. Is 1997 the year of the indigo or the crystal children? Well, the interesting thing about that is, remember, we all have the potential of evolving into a rainbow. 1997 is more aligned to it's more aligned to the crystal children, okay? But again, you can get people that are indigos or rainbows that are kind of coming that. So it's kind of the set rule really is that your rainbows normally came in from around about 2010, with more of them arriving now. And you know, your alpha generation indigos between 1949 and 19, you know, sort of 59, 60, and then the beta generations up to about 1978. So yeah, and then you get your delta and your gamma rays and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah. Okay, cool, guys. Well, look, hopefully you've all enjoyed watching me today. I'm going to head off now because I've got a meeting with the founder of the Colour Mirrors system. She's helping me plan an amazing exercise for the Evolve retreat that we're running on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of October up in the hills in Perth, and that's going to be fantastic. So she's going to help me just put together a little exercise for that, which is based around astrology and colour. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Hopefully one day you guys will all be able to make it across to Australia and come to one of my retreats as well. They are so good. Honestly, myself and my husband, we both run these retreats. So he does all the beautiful cookery. So he's like a master chef, really. And I do all of the healing stuff. So it's beautiful. So one day, who knows? You're very welcome, guys. Lots of love. And remember, get your orders in quickly and make sure as well that you are patient, because they do take a little bit of time for me to create for you, okay? All right then, lots of love. See you later. Bye for now.